Welcome to the Victory Education Lounge. We're thrilled to have you join us for another exciting episode. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below sharing your thoughts or experiences. Your engagement helps us create more valuable content for you. Today we're exploring part 131 of our series, Religious Fasting, Historical and Cultural Perspectives. Fasting has been an integral part of religious and spiritual practices for millennia, shaping cultures and influencing health practices worldwide. Let's embark on a journey through various religious traditions to understand the significance of fasting in different faiths. From time immemorial, fasting has been woven into the very fabric of religious and spiritual practices, molding cultures and shaping health practices across the globe. We're embarking on an enlightening journey to unravel the profound significance of fasting across different faiths. But before we set sail, here's a critical disclaimer. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Any health-related decisions, particularly those linked to fasting, should be taken after consulting with a licensed healthcare professional. Starting a fasting regimen, especially for religious reasons, without appropriate medical advice could be harmful. Now, with that vital piece of information shared, let's dive into the fascinating world of religious fasting. Fasting, the practice of abstaining from food, drink, or both for a period of time, is found in nearly every major religion. Let's explore 7 examples of religious fasting practices. We will start with the fasting practices in Islam and Christianity. In Islam, fasting is observed during the holy month of Ramadan. From the break of dawn to the setting of the sun, Muslims abstain from food and drink. This month-long pilgrimage of the soul promotes spiritual growth, self-discipline, and community bonding. However, it can be physically challenging, especially in regions with long summer days. Over 1.8 billion Muslims worldwide observe Ramadan fasting annually, reflecting on their faith and fostering a sense of unity. Shifting our focus to Christianity, fasting is often practiced during the 40 days of Lent leading up to Easter. This period encourages reflection, repentance, and spiritual renewal. However, practices vary widely, which can sometimes lead to confusion. Some Christians may choose to give up specific foods or meals, while others may fast more strictly, abstaining from food for an entire day. This flexibility allows each individual to personalize their Lenten journey, fostering a deeper and more meaningful connection with their faith. In both Islam and Christianity, fasting is much more than a mere physical abstention. It is a time for spiritual introspection, a period to detach from worldly pleasures and to connect with the divine. Despite the challenges, the fasting periods in both religions are eagerly anticipated and cherished by the faithful, serving as a testament to their unwavering devotion. These are just 2 ways fasting manifests itself in religion. Let's explore further. Moving forward, let's look at fasting practices in Judaism and Hinduism. In Judaism, one of the most significant fasts takes place on Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement. This 25-hour fast is a time for prayer, repentance, and spiritual cleansing. It's a day when many Jews, even those who may not strictly observe other religious traditions, abstain from food and drink to focus on their spiritual journey. However, this fast can be challenging, especially for those with health issues. The tradition of Yom Kippur is deeply embedded in Jewish culture. For instance, even many secular Jews observe this fast as part of their cultural tradition. Let's shift our focus to Hinduism. One of the well-known fasting practices is observed during Karva Chauth. On this day, married Hindu women fast from sunrise to moonrise for the longevity and well-being of their husbands. This fast is a testament to the strength of marital bonds and devotion. However, it's not without controversy, as critics argue that it reinforces patriarchal norms. Despite these debates, the practice remains a significant part of the cultural fabric, especially in northern India. What's fascinating about these 2 examples is how they illustrate the different reasons for fasting within religious contexts. In Judaism, the fast is a form of atonement, a time to reflect on one's actions and seek forgiveness. In Hinduism, the fast is an act of devotion, a sacrifice made out of love and commitment. Remember, these practices, while deeply rooted in these religions, can vary greatly among individuals and communities. It's a testament to the diversity and adaptability of religious traditions in meeting the spiritual needs of their followers. Fasting takes diverse forms across different cultures and religions. Let's delve into more examples. Now we turn our attention to Buddhism and the Baha'i faith. In Buddhism, fasting is observed during Uposatha, which refers to the observance days falling on the full moon and new moon. This practice is geared towards aiding meditation and spiritual practice. On these days, followers, particularly monks, often consume just one meal before noon. While the simplicity of this practice is a pro, its less structured nature compared to other religious fasts can be considered a con. For instance, in some Buddhist traditions, the exact fasting methods can vary, leading to different interpretations and practices. Moving on to the Baha'i faith, we find the 19-day fast. This fast occurs from sunrise to sunset for 19 days in March, leading up to the Baha'i New Year. The purpose of this fast is to promote spiritual refreshment and detachment from material desires. It's a time for Baha'is to focus on prayer, meditation, and spiritual rejuvenation. However, as with any religious practice, it has its challenges. Explaining the significance of the 19-day fast to non-Baha'is, especially in cultures where fasting is not a common practice, can sometimes be difficult. Despite these challenges, the practice is widely observed. For example, every year, Baha'is around the globe partake in this fast, regardless of their cultural background or geographical location. It's a unifying practice that transcends borders and brings the global Baha'i community closer together. In both Buddhism and the Baha'i faith, fasting is seen not as an obligation, but as a spiritual discipline, a conscious choice to withdraw from certain physical needs to focus on higher spiritual goals. It's a practice that embodies sacrifice, discipline, and a deep commitment to spiritual growth. As we can see, fasting is a universal practice with varying significance and methods. Our final example is Jainism. Finally, let's explore Jainism, a religion known for its strict fasting practices. The most significant fasting period in Jainism is Paryushana, an 8 to 10-day period of intense spiritual focus. Fasting during Paryushana can take on various forms, from partial fasting to complete abstinence from food. The practice is viewed as a means of self-purification, promoting non-violence, truthfulness, and asceticism. However, these fasting practices can be quite extreme, sometimes lasting for several days without a morsel of food. This severity can be challenging and potentially risky for practitioners, hence the need for discretion and proper guidance. An example of such fasting can be seen in the lives of devout Jains who undertake prolonged fasts, demonstrating immense spiritual fortitude. It's a testament to the lengths some go in their spiritual journeys. This brings us to the end of our exploration of fasting in different religions. Now, let's discuss some common themes and considerations in religious fasting. In our journey through the fasting practices of 7 major religions, we've come across a fascinating web of traditions, beliefs, and rituals. Despite the diverse practices, certain themes consistently emerge, illuminating the shared human experiences that transcend religious boundaries. Firstly, spiritual focus is a universal theme. Whether it's the self-discipline during Ramadan, reflection and repentance during Lent, or the focus on prayer during Yom Kippur, fasting practices invariably aim to deepen our connection to the divine. They provide a respite from the distractions of daily life, allowing us to concentrate on spiritual growth and introspection. Secondly, the theme of discipline is inherent in all these practices. Fasting is never easy. It requires a certain level of determination and self-control, whether it's the 25-hour fast of Yom Kippur, the 19-day sunrise to sunset fast of the Baha'i faith, or the extended fasts during Paryushana in Jainism. This discipline is seen as a way to strengthen one's willpower and character, enhancing spiritual growth. The third common theme we've observed is that of community bonding. Fasting practices often bring communities together, fostering a sense of unity and shared purpose. The communal iftars during Ramadan, the shared Lenten sacrifices among Christians, or the collective prayers during Yom Kippur all serve to strengthen social bonds and create a sense of belonging. However, it's crucial to remember that the experience of fasting is as diverse as the individuals practicing it. It's shaped by personal beliefs, health, cultural contexts, and individual interpretations of religious texts. Thus, while we can identify common themes, the personal experience of fasting remains unique to each individual. Remember, fasting is a deeply personal and spiritual journey, unique to every individual. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of religious fasting. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, keep exploring. As we've seen, fasting in religious context goes far beyond mere abstention from food. It's about spiritual growth, community connection, and personal discipline. While the specific practices vary widely, the underlying themes of devotion and self-reflection are remarkably consistent across different faiths. In our modern, fast-paced world, these ancient practices continue to offer followers a chance to slow down, reflect, and connect with something greater than themselves. Whether you're a practitioner of one of these faiths, or simply an interested observer, understanding these fasting traditions can provide valuable insights into diverse cultures and belief systems. Thank you for joining us in the Victory Education Lounge for this exploration of religious fasting. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with friends who might benefit. Don't forget to subscribe for more content on health, wellness, and cultural practices. Until next time, stay informed, stay respectful of diverse traditions, and keep striving for victory in all aspects of your life. Disclaimer. The information provided in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not intended as medical advice. Any health-related decision should be discussed with a licensed physician or qualified healthcare professional, especially if you have existing health conditions or are taking medications.